this is my guide, give it a how. I forgot to bring my spot mic that I bought specifically for this, so you're going to have to deal with the wind on this one. Hammy tourist tràigh, you know, road trip, Gairloch. So I'm on a road trip in the Highlands. The plan was that I was going to stop off and walk up some big hills today, but the weather was pretty abysmal earlier on. It was wet, it was windy, couldn't really see anything anyway. So I've decided to come for a walk on Redpoint beach in Gairloch, and I'm going to walk along to Creag, as the sign behind me says. So let's see how this is. So I parked up there at the very end of the road. Literally, the road just ends. And now, walking this direction, there's ominous looking mountains and stuff in the distance. But where I am is on the very west coast of Scotland, the mainland anyway. So in some directions the only thing you can see is the Atlantic Ocean. So apparently I have to follow it past the farmhouse. Probably some old cottages or steadings or something. Pass through the farm. You never know how farmers are going to be. So I didn't want to walk through with my camera out on display. Lots of sheep, obviously. Oh, here's some walkers coming towards me anyway. Shenanigans. I'm glad it is a little bit windy, keeps the midges at bay. Just look how sandy the ground is. We're actually quite far from the sea here, but this is all sand. Either the sea has retreated, or this is the remnants of sand dunes, I suppose. Now walking across some machair, or fertile grazing land, letting sheep around, heading towards the beach. Looks like there's a kind of track. A couple of depressions in the either side here, as if vehicles have used this lang and weary and then stopped because it's filled in with grass. Or maybe I'm just seeing things that aren't there. So here's the beach in question. Looks like there are other people here, some people camping down there. What a view of this bay. And tràigh, the beach. There's an island there. So I think we have the Isle of Skye in the distance. I think this is the Applecross Peninsula, which I've yet to visit. Well, I think I did as a kid, but some excellent views and stuff from over there, so perhaps next holiday. Stunning. So I'm on the beach. Thankfully there's a bit of a breeze here because it's so warm when it dies down. There's a few people here, but not many. Some people have been fishing, see the rods. I'll not bother them. Further along the beach, ahead is an old salmon fishing station, now ruined. That's where we're headed. So this is the view from the abandoned salmon fishing hut. Well, the hut's down there, and there was a house, and there's another house. It's just kind of weird because it's like the floor's been taken out, but some of it's actually concrete. There's obviously been like a porch at the front here as well, but the hinges from the doors and stuff are still just here. weird. It's a cracking view from up here though. I was looking at that every morning. Well, maybe actually you'd be filled with dread because of the work that you'd have to do that day. But even when you come sort of to the outside, so this must have been the door here. There's a wee bit of a gap. Just kind of here. And then when you come along here, it's obviously been like, not cobbled, but that kind of idea. Big chain there as well. Lots of chains and stuff. And then there's been a lean-to or something on this side, which is, well, like everything else, has been abandoned and all that. But hey ho, onwards. And it says in the directions we're crossing a wee stream. And this must be it. So it says you shouldn't get your feet wet unless the river's in high spate. I think I'll be alright. Yeah, easy peasy. If I don't break my ankle. There we go. Easy done. A style. Just rotate. Oh, that's a wee bit dodgy. Could do a wee angled bracket or something on that. So apparently we're heading up. There's a path up here going inland for a bit. Away from this. Not 50 yards away from the fence and the stile. And look at all this rubbish. I'm very disappointed in that. It's just, I wouldn't like to say who it was that's doing that, but really spoils it for everyone else. Take your rubbish home. So here I am, heading towards Creag, whoever he might be. Well, the place is called Creag, or as you Americans say, creag, for some reason. Creag. But anyway, Creag. Gaelic word. Hill, probably. Tell you what, Harry would be loving this. So many rocks and formations. Look at that. Geologic formation of some description. Massive big boulder. Yes, that's what it's all about. I tell you what, there is a screaming sheep over there. I'm pretty isolated now. Now there's no beach to speak of. No sandy beach to speak of. I'm in proper tick land here. I got a tick the last hike I went on. I've been eaten alive by horseflies as well, which isn't very pleasant, but that's the thing about Scotland. If you want the good weather, you get all the beasties as well. All the flies, the midges. So what you want it to be is kind of sunny, not too sunny. Today's quite nice, it's cleared up a little bit. There's some sun there. So a little bit of sun, a reasonable breeze to keep the midges away, but that won't keep the flies away or anything like that. Only the rain keeps them away, and then you have a crap holiday. So yes, proper. Well, there's some more sheep over there. Proper out in the wilds now. Let's see what's over the brow of this little summit here. Hopefully not more rubbish. I realise some of that rubbish could have been washed up on the, from the sea, but some of it I think is kind of farmer stuff. So, not convinced about that. Right, what have we got here then? Oh no, it's just another stony beach. But I'm good with that. That's cracking, that view. I don't think my camera does it justice, to be honest. Oh, a big seabird there. It's huge, whatever it is. These bits are fun. Nice. Nicely done. Up we go. Other side. Easy. Oof. Worth it for the views. Oh, this is beautiful, but oh my god, as soon as the sun comes out, I've got a jacket on as well, because you just never know what it's going to be like. Whew. I'm absolutely sweating. So there's quite a few walkers now, and obviously I was taking my time to film and everything, but it means that they can catch up and then get in my shots. So I haven't been filming as much as I usually would. However, it's just a lot like this. You've got these ups and these downs, where you come down to an old stream or burn that came from a corrie originally, or curragh. Apparently one of them, you can follow the path up into the corrie itself, or up towards it anyway, and there's some nice things to see, but I'm doing this from directions not from an OS map, so I'm not going to risk it. All I know is I'm sticking to the coast. That's all I can do for now. Ah, it's nearly there. Those woods apparently. There's a wee Bothy. Well, just as the Bothy was in sight, there's a sort of impassable river. So having to head back inland, and the guide says a considerable distance until you reach a bridge. So I'll just have to keep going and keep the river on my right, I suppose. It was so enticing as well. I thought, get down there, stick my head under the water, or at least splash my face or something, because it is boiling. This is the kind of weather you don't want, especially if you're like me, wearing a jacket, wearing shorts. Yeah, don't do what I do. I've got shorts, so I'm going to get ticks. I've got a jacket, so I'm absolutely wringing with sweat. It's now really sunny, and I have no sun cream, so I'm probably burnt as well. So triple whammy. But at least this is a broad view. Oh my god, that was hard. I was just through mad kind of woodland and bouldering. I'm gonna have sore feet tomorrow, I think. Not a normal walk. Anyway, I got to the bridge. Hooray! Oh dear, this does not look safe. Tell my wife and children. Oh wait, I don't have any. My parents, maybe? Jesus, I do not like this one bit. Ooh, ooh Nelly. Stay on the joints. There we go, that's bad. Ooh. I don't know if the people who are behind me are still behind me. Remnants of the old bridge, perhaps. Anyway, that's me finally on the other side. I saw a snake. It's the second snake I've seen today. Oh, there's the Bothy. It is. At last. It's not the building I thought it was, but as just want to sit down and a wee drink. Made it. I don't know if someone else is here. Well, that's from here. A wee plough lined in there. Where does that go? Right. Here we go. Sounds like there's someone inside. Oh, inside the Bothy. I'm not sure I'd want to stay in here. If I had my own sleeping bag and stuff, maybe. This would be a lovely house. I wonder what it's here for. So I'm up the stairs at the moment. There's someone downstairs already. Sort of box room, 2 beds. Kids room, I suppose. It's quite surprisingly big room, so. See, there's bits and pieces in here. There's a pump for an airbed. And some air beds. Trunk. What's in this? Carpet stuff. Dog balls. I suspect it's very drafty, but that's fine. Oh my god, I'm actually wringing with sweat. Back room. Wash your heat. What's in here? A little bit of this. This is lovely. Imagine you bought this, did it up. What a fortune. Well, actually it might not be, because it's in the middle of nowhere. Literally the middle of nowhere. Old school bench there. As in, school bench. They're washing outside. This is at the back of the Bothy. Oh, look at that. Waking up every morning like that. But seriously, what is this house for? If it is just a general Bothy, then what was the work that was going on? Gas? Question mark? That's the fire escape. It says up the stairs. You have to climb out the window and climb down a ladder, a rope ladder first. Criminal defence lawyers, eh? Seems legit. It's in there. Ah, outside toilet. Excellent. Keep having flies in my face. Back around the other side. There's ladders and things. Plenty of ladders, eh? It's not like you could steal anything from here, so just anything big enough you could just leave lying around. And back down the front. Now that the other occupant is outside, I will have a little look in the main kind of room. Nice chair, by the way. But aye, there's wood there for the fire. Imagine this hasn't really changed a whole lot since it was built. I mean, it's quite big for a Bothy. Bothy's were usually just one room. Or two at the most. Some folk have left things here, like sauce and with some long life milk, but yeah, might not. Might use it. Oh, is that the other right? The toilet? No, it's not. I can't really see what's in there. It's too dark. Nothing of any interest, really, I suppose. First aid kit, pots and pans. This is what you want. volunteers run this one. Can't remember what the name of it is. I'll get back to it on that. Hey folks, sorry about the abrupt ending to this video. Essentially, the person who was at the Bothy when I arrived there, she didn't really want to be filmed, and I was absolutely knackered anyway, so we ended up just sitting talking for about an hour until more people arrived, and then I realised that I'd been away a lot longer than I'd said that I was going to be away for, and so I had to kind of hurry back to where I was staying that night. Yeah, it was a good walk. I would probably rate it maybe a 6 out of 10. The views were really nice. It was probably a lot more difficult than the website with the directions on made out, primarily because there was a lot of rock climbing involved. It was just sort of jumping over boulders and all that kind of thing. It wasn't so much just a track, but you can actually walk beyond where the Bothy was. You can walk to the Bothy from further south on a much better track than the one I was walking on in the video. The other thing that I didn't really like about it is the fact that it's not a circular walk. I don't really like walking somewhere and then just walking back. I find that a little bit boring, but that's just a personal preference really. Yeah, so overall it was a really nice walk, and there were some really nice views, and while I was in the Gairloch area I did go on another couple of hikes, one of which will be included in the next Highland hikes video, which should be up within the next week or two. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio and machair.